it's working.
Now
Sorry for that cackle.
Like...
Sophia, how did I convince you to do this? Like, what are you thinking? What were you thinking when you signed up for this?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure I'll find out.
Yeah, you are about to find out. That is for sure. Okay. So, Precious Cargo, interview number 2 with Sophia. Sophia, you want to introduce yourself really briefly?
Hello, I am a friend. I say as this is going to be very interesting, and I hope I do not die.
Yeah, we'll see if we just try to avoid, hitting anyone on as they come out of
Avoid hitting anyone with the GoPro, or in general.
But we're here outside of Huntsman Hall, heading back to campus, and it's an opportunity for us to have a nice conversation. Sophia, what were your thoughts when you first signed up to kind of have this conversation with me and ride this bicycle?
Just very curious about what this ride would be like, but so far so good. Although I'm like very, very also curious about how easy this is to handle for you.
It's you're quite lightweight, so it's really quite agile.
Better than deep ice?
Yes, it's slightly more agile than that was this morning. Yeah. Favorite underrated Wharton student club? Underrated
Wharton student club. Well, I don't know if it's particularly underrated, but Cocktail Club has been great so far this year.
Pub?
Cocktail.
Sorry. I thought there was this club called Pup, and I was like, man, is that about puppies? That sounds amazing. I would join Pup Club.
There is a dogs aboard a group me.
Okay. I am not in that club. I don't have a dog, so that's probably why I don't rate.
Neither do I, but I still am part of the group me channel because you get to look at everyone else's cute dogs.
Got it. How's the suspension on this thing, by the way, as we hit a few of these Philadelphia potholes? Interesting. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, Sophia. So, one question I had, Sophia, is if you could share a little bit about something about where you grew up or who you grew up with that you really love.
Where I grew up, I think what I liked about where I grew up is that I grew up in Michigan, and it was a very green area compared to a lot of these cities. So there were a lot of parks. There were a lot of nature nearby. Michigan has 5 lakes, a ton of rivers, and smaller ponds and stuff. So I spent every summer going camping, went skiing in the winter, and I kind of stopped doing that as soon as I went to the East Coast. Also, potholes.
Yes, potholes are amazing. Do you feel like how should I say it? Was the green something you most appreciated on camping trips, or was there any particular highlight, any particular moments or trips that you can remember that are really notable?
I think it's mostly just on family trips.
Yeah.
My parents also took us around to a lot of different places, a lot of national parks and stuff, so that was super cool growing up. I kind of didn't realize not everyone had that same experience until college.
Yeah.
I was very, very appreciative of it.
Yeah.
I can speak louder too, if that would be helpful.
Of course.
But that was generally it. We had a backyard. I feel like that's very unusual now.
That's awesome. Do you, here at Wharton, have you done any outdoor trips? Anything to kind of indulge your love of the green and nature with other Wharton students?
Not really. I feel like at Wharton we tend to go on very metropolitan trips. And I think over the summer I did a lot in San Francisco.
Where were you at over the summer?
I was in the Bay Area.
Oh, nice.
So I did a lot of
I've heard the weather's horrible there.
I did a lot of trips to Big Sur, went hiking, Yosemite, just over the place, Tahoe. So a lot more nature there than when I was in New York.
We got friends. Everybody's all about this.
I feel like this is also very. I feel like I should be waving royal style.
You are royalty. So, I have a question, Sophia. If you were to have a billboard, and you could broadcast a message to millions of people, what would you put on that billboard?
Oh, that's so hard. I think if I could find a good way of doing it, I would love to find some like cool, catchy way to encourage people to read more.
Okay.
Because I love reading and it's awesome. And I feel like a lot of people, especially also like to read fiction books, because I think that even at like Wharton, people who read only read like books they think will like be very tangibly applicable to them. And it's like, it doesn't have to be in order for you to enjoy it.
So that's a really long billboard. I feel like that'd be like more than a tweet on a billboard.
Well, that's why I said if there's like a cool, catchy way of doing it.
Well, that's on you. Yeah, that's why I'm interviewing you, Sophia. So you figure that out. What do you think? Read more books, but like misspelling more, like MOAR.
Yeah. It's like what's it called in Zoolander? Like the school for kids who can't read good.
The school. Yeah. That's exactly it. That sounds amazing. I'm curious, Sophia, if there's anything you've changed your mind about in the last few years, whether at Wharton or elsewhere, something important to you that maybe has really motivated you.
Something I've changed my mind about. I think that as we cross the train tracks, I think that something I have been considering is how much to being really appreciative of people with different point of views.
Yeah.
I think that like, especially living in New York, a lot of like the people that I was interacting with on a regular basis were very similar, especially like you only really talk to the people who you're working with. So like even in like professional experience, it's only like those types of people.
Yeah.
And so at Wharton, I think last year is when I like got a lot of perspective about other people's like viewpoints. That was cool.
That's really cool. Is there anything you would want your best friends to really know about you?
My best friend.
Or maybe like a way to put it is like when someone were to talk about you or bring you to mind, what's the first thing you would like them to think of you for? What qualities?
Qualities? I think this should probably come as no surprise to you, but I like the squishy emotional things in life.
Yeah.
Like real like connections, I think are more than surface level.
Yeah.
And so I feel like as part of that, I also really like being like very like supportive for people and being there if they ever need help.
Yeah. Has your involvement in Storytellers been able to like nurture that or connect to that?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think my involvement is mostly on like the larger events, so there's less one-on-one ability to do that. But I guess I'm hoping that the platform in of itself helps other people feel more connected to other people.
Very cool.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a person at Wharton that you met that you particularly admire or respect in some way, who would you choose and why?
That is a very difficult question because there's so many people. But I would say probably I would pick my roommate, who I knew in undergrad, has to live like right here on the left. But just being able to interact with her on such a regular basis has been awesome and a great learning experience. And we're here.
We're here. Sophia, this was awesome.
It was great.
GoPro,
Thank you so
stop
much.
recording.